Hello everyone. So I am Divya Verma, teacher of Social Studies, class 6, Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. So students, here we are going to start from history chapter number 1. What is history? So, if we talk about history, you must be knowing that history is the process of studying and recording the events which occurred in the past. Here, we all will know what happened in the past. Yes, as the chapter says, what, where, how, and when. Here, this is the name of the chapter: what, where, how, and when. Now, students, before starting, we are going to know about history. So, history is the study of past events that involve or affected peoples and things. Yes, even is it is the study of people and events of the past. It includes what happened, why it happened, and many more things. Okay, so here let us start. So first we are going to talk about the India's ancient past, or we will talk about the first settlements in India. Okay, yes. So let's see the India's ancient past, or we can say ancient civilization. Yes, as the first people in India settled by the rivers like Narmada and Ganga. Even they settled near the hills, like you can see in the screen. Before, people were not living in the cities, even not in the villages, but before, people used to live near the rivers, or we can say they live near the banks of the rivers, as they were occupied in hunting, fishing, and farming as well. So before, people used to do the work like these things. Okay, now the question arises, why people live near the bank of rivers, as the river provided plenty of water and even the fertile soil which was ideal for farming. So several thousand years ago, during pre-periodic history times, the people continued to live near the banks of river Narmada as hunter gatherers, and many more things. Even about 8,000 years ago, the first settlements happened in the form of villages which were seen in the Suleiman and the Kirthar hills, that is nowadays in the present day Pakistan. Okay, like this, slowly and gradually the settlement started. Now, as rice was first grown by the people living in Garo hills and towards the north of the Vindhyas, and around 4700 years ago, the earlier cities developed near the bank of Indus and its tributaries. About 25 years ago, and the first cities developed on the bank of the river Ganga and along its tributaries. Okay, now let's move further and see history as a tool to know about the past. As the development of human societies was accompanied with new discoveries, inventions, and the development of technology, this way the rise of the different civilizations, states, nation states was a gradual process of development and evolution of man and societies. Even the historical data was used as an evidence to know how families, groups, institutions, and countries were formed and how they have evolved. Even this way, investigation, inquiry, research has been done, and therefore the study of the past this way came to be called history. And the people who recorded events of the past were called historians. And Herodotus was named the father of history, as he was the first historian to use the method of investigation and inquiry to trace history and provide authentic information in his book, The Histories. Understood? Now, let us see the time frames of history. As historians have divided the past into three broad time periods to make the study more easier. So further are the classifications of history. So these are prehistory, proto-history, and history. Now let's know what is prehistory. Prehistory refers to the period for which we have written records, means the very past times, the ancient time. Then the proto-history is the period between prehistory and history, during which a culture or civilization had not yet known the art of writing, but other cultures recorded its existence in their own writings. Got it? Even people who visited another place often left account of the visit. Understood? And in history time period, written records are available and the first civilization began in 7,000 years ago. Okay? So these were the time frames of history. Now let us know about the role of archaeologist, or who is the archaeologist. So archaeologist is a scientist who studies earlier people and cultures, or we can say to get information about the period. Historians depends on the people called the archaeologist before. Students, you know the art of writing was developed first in 3200 BCE in Sumer by the people who were known as Sumerians of Mesopotamian civilization, that is the ancient civilization which is based in modern day Iraq. Got it? Here, to get information about the period before the emergence of Sumerians, historians depend on people who were called as archaeologists. So archaeologists used to explore and excavate to discover and study the archaeological sources. They study human prehistory and history from the development of the first stone tools to recent decades. Yes, so these were the role of archaeologists in history. Now let's see the topic sources of history. As sources are too much important to know about past, so there were two types of sources, literary sources and archaeological sources. Firstly, we are going to see the archaeological sources. So, archaeological sources are the remnants of buildings, artifacts, cultural and inscriptions left behind by early humans, which are collectively called as archaeological sources. And these are useful sources of learning history, you know. Old buildings and historical monuments are also the archaeological sources. So these material sources of the past, like tools, weapons, pots, pans, ornaments, coins, weapons, these are called artifacts, which includes all the archaeological sources. Now let's talk about the literary sources. So students, literary sources are of two types, inscriptions and manuscripts. These comes under the written record. First, let's know about the inscriptions. Inscriptions are the writings that were engraved by kings on stone surfaces, metals or bricks. And the manuscripts are the books that were written long ago. So, these were the two types of literary sources. Understood? Now let's see the significances of studying history. So, history is the link between the past and the present. It also motivates us through the great achievements of our ancestors. It teaches valuable lessons with regards to past successes and failures of leaders and forms of government. History also tells us, but also about the life of ordinary people. It teaches us about the culture, it helps building perspective on culture and technology, even it helps learning from the mistakes of the past and build a better future. Understood? Here we will see the importance of dates and timelines in history. So, dates are important to understand the changes and development that happen over time, as what is done on those dates is of important thing. Yes, even dates help us to analyze and even study the chronological order of events. So what is chronological order? Chronological order is the order of events occurred from first to last. Okay. Now, here we will see the timeline. Timeline is a sequence of events arranged on a scale showing the time of their occurrence. Yes, as it helps us understand the time difference between two or more events. Okay. Now let us see what do you understand by BC, BCE or AD? So here, as first of all, let me tell you, the birth of Jesus Christ is taken as the year 0. Yes, even in Latin, the time period after the birth of Jesus Christ was called Anno Domini, meaning in the year of the Lord, or meaning the Christian era. Understood? So, any event which occurred before the birth of Jesus Christ was called before Christ or BC. Yes, and the time period after the birth of Jesus Christ was called Anno Domini. In the world, many calendars are used. Thus, a more recent system has replaced BC with term BCE, where BCE stands for before the common era, or just CE, that is common era. Understood? So these were the full forms of BC, AD, BCE and CE. Here let us see BC and BCE dates go from higher numbers to lower numbers, that is from 500 BC or BCE to 200 BC or BCE. Okay, and AD and CE dates go from lower numbers to higher number, that is 100 AD or CE to 200 AD or CE. Okay, so this is a kind of we can say timeline goes. Okay, so here the chapter ends. You have to read the book LR as well as your NCERT book. Okay, thank you so much, students.